Hey guys, how's it going? Pat here, Detecting New York. Today I'm at my colonial field. Although I'm not finding colonial stuff, I am finding Indian head pennies. Here's an 1864 I just found. And I also, before, I didn't film it, but I did find a 1865, which is in not so good shape compared to the 1864. And this I had also just found. Don't know what it is. If anybody knows, please let me know. But yeah, I'm not sure. So far, 2 IHPs and whatever that thing is. Well, hopefully I can find some more. On to the next. Hey guys, I just got a really cool tomback. Look at that. It's really, really nice. Oop, almost lost it there. It's a really nice tomback. It's gonna clean up really, really nice when I get home. All right, on to the next. Well guys, the next find is this thing. Some sort of like a latch clasp. I don't really know what it would have been for, but well, I guess that's it for that target. It's not really what I was looking for. It sounded like another Indian head penny, but it's not. It's just that. Still cool, but not an IHP. All right, guys, on to the next. Guys, this signal came in so choppy, and I was barely reading it. Right now, I'm using the Amphibio. I got the stock 11-inch coil on. Guys, I cannot believe I just found a large scent in one of the most hunted out places. Not only have I hounded this place, people for like the past 15, 20 years, obviously detection technologies have gotten a lot better over the years, but it's crazy how this coin sounded. This coin was literally like surrounded by iron. It sounded like garbage. It was like in the 40s. And for everybody who knows the Amphibio, copper coins, even knowing if they're surrounded by nails, it can usually pick them out, and they're usually a really, really good sounding signal. It might have a little bit of a chop to it if there's some iron nails around it, but guys, there's no reason why there should have been a large scent, but it is, and I am absolutely ecstatic. There we go, with this coin. Guys, I can't tell exactly, but I think it's a drape bust. It looks like a drape bust. I can kind of see the ribbon here down on the bottom. Yes, man. Oh, yes it is, guys. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That just made my whole day. Guys, I almost didn't even come here. I just got out of work. I work nights. Guys, I was absolutely exhausted. I just worked like a 12-hour shift. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just go anyway. You never know what you might find. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, I love it. Guys, I get so excited with this hobby. Oh my gosh, yeah, man. Woo, I love it. Oh, I can't get enough of this. I think that's gonna come out pretty nice, and hopefully I can get a year off of it at home. Oh, I love that. Guys, this is my very first confirmed draped bust large scent. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. That is awesome. That just made my whole day. Yes! All right, guys, on to the next. Hey guys, how's it going? Pat here, Detecting New York. Today's a different day. I'm back at the same field that me and Jackpot G Larz went to. We've pulled out a lot of good stuff. I've pulled out my kettle token, my Nova Constellatio, a drape bust large scent, a few different things. I was actually just able to weed out a flat button. The signals are kind of getting few and far between in here, but if you work really, really low and slow, you're able to get a few. So hopefully I can get some more today. I just got out of work. I usually come to this place after work just because it's really close to where I work, where the actual building is. So you figured why not. So, but yeah, look at that. Another nice flat button. The shank broke off, but I don't care. It's still nice. And like I said, hopefully I can get on some more. All right, on to the next. Guys, as you can see, I dug an absolute crater. You can see the size of my foot. I'm a size 12. Guys, these signals in this place, for some reason, sometimes they come in really clear, and then other times they're just all over the place. First I started digging over there, then I dug over there, and then I had to dig over here. So I basically dug 3 different plugs. Well, maybe, yeah, about 3, yeah. 3 different plugs. And then I pulled out about 4 or 5 nails. The signal came in crazy choppy, but now look. It definitely sounds like something desirable. I'll let you know if I get anything after. Well guys, I came in a lot higher than I thought, but I did just manage to get a colonial cufflink. It's got some sort of detail on there. I can't really make out exactly what it is just yet, but hopefully I might be able to get something off of it at home. I don't really know. Well, we'll see what happens when I get home. Hopefully I can get something off of it. Alright guys, on to the next. Hey guys, it looks like I got another largie, all in and out of a hole with iron. And sure enough, this coin is standing straight up and down. Oh, look at that. You can still even see the imprint. Look at the imprint right here. Look at that. What do we have? It is... Oh, it's a beautiful drape bust, guys. Oh my goodness, look at that year. Oh my goodness, I can actually see it. It's 1798. Guys, I wasn't too sure about what the year was on my last one. This one, there is no doubt. Guys, this is my second drape bust within less than probably about a week and a half. Oh, I love that. That is so awesome. Yeah, baby. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, I can't get enough of this. Gosh, do I love that. Oh, look at that year, guys. Hold on one second. Oh, look at that year. Look at that. It's perfect. Oh, I couldn't ask for much more, guys. That's awesome. All right, guys. I'll clean it up better when I get it home, and I'll upload some pictures for you guys. Look at that. Oh, that's awesome. All right, guys. On to the next. Hey, guys. How's it going? It's Pat here, Detecting New York. I know it's been a while since I actually put out a video. It's just that I've been having some phone issues. I wound up having a problem where I dropped my iPhone from a ladder at like 16 feet up, completely cracked out the screen, the LCD, so I sent it out to Apple for a replacement. I got the replacement came back, camera didn't work, flashlight app didn't work, I couldn't use anything in regards to the camera, so I was out of a phone for probably at least a good month and a half. But finally I'm back up and running, and I figured that I would obviously do a wrap up on the recent trip that I've taken to the spot where me and Jackpot G Larz have gone to. This is where I found my kettle token, my Nova Constellatio, a whole bunch of really good stuff, and you guys will obviously a whole bunch of really good stuff in this upcoming video, which I'm going to upload right now. Let me turn this camera around and let me show you guys what I have been recently finding. I have been detecting this spot since probably August, I would say, of 2019, and I have been doing an absolutely outstanding job at this spot. It's supposedly been pounded, but the stuff I've been pulling out of here says otherwise. But let me show you what I found. Well, guys, here's all my stuff. Well, this is probably most of it, but probably not all of it. I do know I actually have an 1888, I believe anyway, an 1888 Indian head penny, which was the very first one I had ever found at this location, and actually the very first one I ever found in general in electrolysis right now, because I could not get a year off of it, and I was like, you know what, let me just for the heck of it see if I could get a year off of it. So nonetheless, that's inside the house right now in electrolysis, and hopefully I could get a year off of it. But yeah, so right now here's some of the stuff I found. I have some more stuff over there. I put some of my nicer coins here in holders just because I like the way that they look, and I have yet to create the labels yet for the top, but that's going to be something I'm going to be doing in the future. There, right there, is some of the pottery shards and stuff I found. I actually have some more recent pottery shards right here on the top that I have yet to clean off. I like to clean off all the dirt and stuff off the back of them. This is all from the same location, guys. So yeah, let me start off down here. Right here, I have obviously the end piece to a skeleton key. I believe this is the piece to either a buckle, or maybe it's like a knee buckle or some sort of a buckle. I believe it's part of a buckle. Here is the snap piece to, I believe, an old pair of jeans, probably in the early 1900s, maybe like 1920s, 30s, 40s, who really knows. Right here, I believe this is some sort of a wheel, possibly to maybe like a clothesline, but I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys know a little bit more on that than I do. This, I believe, right here, you guys might see in this upcoming video, maybe not. I may have also deleted the footage for that, just because it's obviously not really that much of a noteworthy find, but I'm not 100% sure on what it is. If you guys maybe know what that is, please let me know. This right here is actually a pocket watch chain, and I did not know what this was until my friend Doug. You guys will see him on Instagram. He has yet to create a YouTube account, but maybe one day we might be able to get him to do that. His account on Instagram is Michigan Detecting. He's an outstanding fellow. He's a great detectorist. I actually met him for the very first time up at last year's Pound the Ground, and I'm hoping to see him again soon, probably this year at Digstock. Here is a old pocket knife that I had found. It's obviously falling apart. I tried to preserve it as best as I could, but it still to this day just keeps crumbling. No matter how much stuff I either spray it or try to seal it over in wax, it just keeps falling apart. This isn't really that much of a noteworthy find, but I believe it's part to like maybe a cast iron stove or something like that, like a wood burning stove. So I just figured, it's still part of the home site, why not keep it? This right here, obviously, I believe this is a piece to a bridal rosette, which is actually very cool. I believe that this is either silver or silver plate. It definitely looks more like silver plate, but regardless, it's still an outstanding find, and I am actually in love with this. You can see the back part where the adornments would have went on, where it would have went into the leather. So that's a very cool find there. Here, I believe, is an iron-backed, or possibly a full iron 2-piece button. I actually put it in electrolysis, but I was unable to preserve it anymore and to try to get any more details off of it. Here's just a weird button. I don't know what it is. It kind of looks like a little football. A buckle. This right here, I believe, is a piece to some sort of maybe a furniture adornment. I believe maybe it was the part like where a old drawer knob or something, or maybe like a little old doorknob or something used to go in here. And then here's where the screw holes were, but I'm not 100% sure. I found actually a more recent find. This was actually a bullet. I believe it was a 38 special. So I found that in that location. Here's a, I believe this is called a saddle strap guide. It has the 2 pieces right here that would have went into the leather, and this is, I guess, just the decorative plate that would have went onto the leather. I found that. Here's some sort of, I guess, like a little handle to something. I actually preserved this in satin clear enamel, which I find that it actually pulls out the details on a lot of these objects or items or whatever, and it makes them look really, really nice. I had found a little miniature lead soldier there. This right here, I believe, is the piece to an old shower rod. This basically would have went into the wall, and then the metal shower rod, the thin metal shower rod, would have went into here. And I actually believe that this is right here with the pieces too, because this would have went and hooked in underneath. You get the point. But that basically would have hooked in underneath. I found that. Here's obviously the end of 2 skeleton keys. Too bad they aren't complete. I still have yet to find a complete skeleton key. This right here is just a piece of lead, I believe, or like pewter. I believe this might have maybe been like a drawer pull, but don't count me on it. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe you guys know more. 2 lead bale seals. You can't really get that much detail off of them, but it does say something on there, but I'm just not 100% sure what it says. 2 porcelain buttons I actually had found in the hole. My father was there with me when I found those. Here is an old ring with somebody's initial on it. I believe that's a C or maybe a G, but I'm not 100% sure. Come on, focus. Sorry about it not focusing, you guys. But yeah, I believe that's either a C or a G. An old little kid's ring, I believe. Piece to the innards of a lock. Don't know what this is. It's pretty cool, but I just liked it just because the decorative piece around here. It's probably nothing crazy special, but it is cool though. I almost feel like it's like one of those old things that you used to like push quarters into. It would be like a coin holder or something. The other part would be like extended past here, and you would just slip all your coins in here, and it would hold all your coins in there. Possibly something out of like an old vehicle back in the day. So yeah, I found that. This is actually right here, a Junior Air Force pin from World War II. I guess it's like a little kid's pin. I don't know whether a father would have gave this to their kid coming back from World War II or whatever. Or it's like a Junior Warden's like Air Force pin, which is kind of cool. It was missing the front piece. I looked in the hole. It looks like it didn't fall off that too soon after I found it. Or maybe it fell off in the hole and I just couldn't seem to retrieve it. This right here is actually pretty interesting. I believe that this is a lead pencil, which I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like one, possibly. Here is some of the coins that I was able to retrieve. These coins right here, I had actually put some of them in my rock tumbler, and then some of them I tried in an electrolysis, or maybe even some of them in both. This right here, I believe, is an 1863 Fatty Indian. That's obviously an 1881 regular IHP. A Suffolk County bus token. I live in Suffolk County, Long Island, New York. A war nickel. A really toasted Fatty Indian. You can see the size difference. It was just toasted. It was completely sitting in a puddle of water. and just a plain old Wheatie. I think one of the only Wheaties I've ever found there, like 2 or 3 Wheaties I've found in that place. Now on to the better stuff. I had found a old sterling silver ring in that place, along with a Victorian sterling silver hairpin, which obviously is outstanding. You know, here, let me go over to this stuff first. So right over here, I have obviously some of the random bits and bobs, more pieces of pottery, pieces of glass, just random metal. I don't really know what all this is. This might be like maybe a ring to a suspender, not really sure. Obviously some horse stuff. There's an old brass lock I found, which was literally in pieces in the hole when I found it. Still happy to have it. Obviously, you get the old common shotgun head casings. I like to try to keep some of these, especially when they're in good shape. So I found a lot of that stuff. This is all just random stuff. Here are some of the better coins that I have found in this place. 1864 regular IHP, not the fatty, but the regular one. And the reason why I actually put this in here, I know it's a common year, but the reason, where am I? Oh, here we go. The reason why I actually put this one in here is not only obviously because it's in really good shape, but also when you flip it, it's a rotated dial, which I thought was kind of cool. It doesn't flip quite right, so I liked that for that reason. Here, I have my very first 2-cent piece I ever found, in phenomenal condition. Here, actually, I remember posting this one. This was probably in one of my very first videos. This one is actually my best 2-cent piece. I only have 2, but this one is in phenomenal condition, the way that this turned out. So I'm very pleased with that. I also there found a 1877 CC Carson City dime. And I also wound up finding my very first large cent there, 1850 braided hair. It started flaking off on the way home, but once I put the Renaissance wax on it, sealed it over pretty well. You can see all the details on it. It was definitely dropped pretty fresh. You can see full liberty on the headband. It's in pretty good shape. And like I said before, here's a lot of the pottery shards I found in there. And this definitely isn't all of them, guys, because I found a lot more of like the plain whiter ones like this. But I just didn't put them all in the display case. Obviously, I like ones with a little more color instead. All the plain ones are pretty much just in a Ziploc bag somewhere in my house. I actually really don't even know where they are. But I'll come across them probably someday when I start going through more of my stuff. Now, on to the real good stuff. So for starters, a lot of my iron relics. I found 2 really, really nice iron horse tack buckles in there. I found 1 brass square nail. I found an iron, well, I've obviously found a lot more, but these are the ones that are in really good shape. If I was to have counted all the nails I've put out of this place, it's probably about 15 to 20 nails. If not more, of really good substance. But pieces, oh my goodness, I could have probably filled up a whole, probably half of a 5-gallon bucket full of just the nails and all the random iron and whatever else I could pull out of this place. Here's the piece of a 2-pronged fork. Just random suspender pieces. I believe that says Pembroke. Oops, sorry about that. I believe that says Pembroke, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure on the age of that. And then here is where I was actually able to discover an old colonial home site. Here actually is the button that you guys will see in that video. Right there. That was that weird lead dumbbell piece. It looked kind of weird. Maybe it was like a lead rivet or something. Beautiful Scoville's gold, double gilt button. That came out in really good shape. Once I put it in lemon juice, it shined right up. Here is a small button. This actually has a really beautiful, beautiful back mark to it when you look at it. It's got a really, I believe that says Kendrick's Extra Rich. Very, very nice back mark there. I was able to obviously pull out a whole bunch of other just flat buttons and stuff. I obviously got one there. That one's an off-centered shank. It's definitely fairly old, probably like mid to late 1700s. Here's that cuff link that you guys will see in the video, along with that flat button. It does actually have a back mark to it, but it's a little bit undistinguishable. You can't really get the true back mark and what it actually says on it. Here in that very first video I have ever uploaded was the 1803 kettle token, which is obviously in phenomenal condition on the front and on the back. So I'm very happy I was able to recover that one. I got that, and I also, right here, this is my pride and joy, is my 1783 Nova Constellatio. You can see right there, 1783 on the bottom. You could barely make it out, but right there you could kind of make out the US. You obviously have the wreath, and then on the back you can make that out, no problem. You can see the all-seeing eye, and right there, Nova, and then Constellatio on the bottom. That was an awesome, awesome recovery. To this day, Greg, Jackpot G Larz, says that this is not silver, which I still believe it is. We have yet to put a silver tester on it, but it came in at like a solid 92, guys. That's just too high for copper. I've never had a copper coin come in that high, not even the large cents. Right here is a spoon bowl I found. Clay pipe stem, I just recovered that in the hole. Here's the piece to like a lock, I guess it's like the piece to a lock box, like or a jewelry box. Has some nice decorative stuff on the edge. A weird heart-shaped piece of lead. Don't know what that could have been, but definitely pretty interesting. Here's actually a spun back Tomback button. That's obviously pretty old. Love finding those Tombacks. You know you're in an early site when you start finding those. Here's also an early pewter button with that nice bulge on it. Unfortunately, it didn't have the shank when I found it. Here, oh yeah, I think I had showed you guys this, but this is that really nice, it shined up really nice, that Tomback in the video. And also, right here, this is my very first confirmed drape bust large cent. You can't really make it out too well on the bottom, but I believe, I almost just dropped it, that would have been good. I believe that's a 1798. It was kind of in a wet area, which obviously wasn't too good on this coin, but still has a really good amount of detail. As long as I'm able to see what it is, I'm fine. As soon as I saw this right here, her hair tie, I knew right away. I was like, oh, drape bust. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. And this one, I still cannot believe I found this coin. But this, by far, is my oldest, best drape bust. Best large U, whatever you want to say, that I've ever found. United States of America, 1/100. All the details on this coin are so crisp, guys. I didn't even need Renaissance wax for this. I was like, I'm not even bothering to put this on. That's literally a coin. All I did was just use the Andres pencil kit, the fiberglass pencil, and that was all I needed. And it literally came out as good as that. But I really hope that you guys like what you see, and please tune into more videos of detecting New York in the future. Also, make sure to please subscribe to Jackpot G Larz and also Long Island's Hardcore Detectorist. Thanks for watching. Guys, I actually forgot to mention this in the video before. Right here is a 1864 fatty IHP that I actually found at that spot. Here is the 1865 that you guys probably saw in the video. There is an 1863 fatty IHP I found there. I found this 1881 IHP there. And I believe that is it. And along with obviously the other stuff. Okie dokie. Have a good one, and thanks for watching.